Hello and welcome. Today we are back here in my garden office and we are getting to the stage of getting the floor down. So here we go. So this is the plan, is the installation. What I have done this week, which I didn't film, is getting all the batten around, because basically I'm trying to use up all the materials. So we've got all the batten around all the way along, all ready for the cladding. So, which has been quite cool. So that's another job off the list. I've obviously emptied all the flooring out of here, put it out here. So yes, so plan for today is I've got to get this floor painted in liquid DPM. Not needed, but you know, we are very near sea level here, so it kind of really probably should get done. So I'm going to paint it. It's probably going to cost me 160 quid in DPM, but it's a solution. And then the insulation will go down, 50mm insulation all the way around, except by the door, which is 25mm. And then once that's done, the insulation will go on, and then the 22mm floor will go in, or floating floor, and all be lovely. And then we've got a hard surface to work on, and everything should be perfect. But the problem we have is we have Storm, Isha, Isla, or whatever coming in. And I was going to put the insulation outside while I do the floor, but we've got 80, 90 mile an hour winds coming tomorrow. So that clearly is not going to happen. So I've got to come up with a bit of a crazy solution. But this is the plan, and bear with me. So we've got some roof batten. We're going to screw the roof batten along this wall here, and then we're going to stack the insulation on the walls just above head height, so I can relentlessly bang my head on it. But it also keeps it off the floor and out the wind and in the dry. And then when I'm here tomorrow, hopefully laying it, because the flooring should be dry by then, once I've laid it, we can then, I won't be carrying big sheets in 90 mile an hour winds up the garden. So that's the plan. So we'll see how it goes. I'm not sure. This is a bit of a crackpot idea, I know, but I think it might work. I think it might work quite well, actually. And you know, if it doesn't work, then I'll just have to put the stuff in the garden, in the house, in the bedroom, and all sorts of stuff. But I think it'll work. I think it'll be fine. The boards out there are waterproof boards, so I'll just throw a sheet over them, ratchet strap it all down, and hope for the best. 7, 8 o'clock at night, and as you can see, I'm blackjacking the floor. So you're meant to mix this stuff 1 to 1 basically with water just on the first coat. I'm not doing that. The floor's dry, it's not that dusty, so I'm actually just brushing water on the floor first, and then letting it soak in a bit and then boshing this over the top. We've got a damp proof membrane up the sides of the block. It's damp proof and on the outside it's damp proof, and this is kind of just a fail safe really, so I'm not that bothered. So yeah, just adding a bit of water to it. I'm gonna have to move the tripod around and try and work out where I'm going to put this, because obviously I don't want to leave the camera in here overnight. But we're getting there with it, slowly but surely. I'm well happy with my getting the insulation out of the way, because we've got a storm rolling in later and I don't want my insulation disappearing up the road basically. So that's kind of what we're up to. So once this is down, tomorrow will be another coat over it, and then once the other coat is over it, then I've just got to leave it till it's dry, and I mean really dry. And then we can start rattling the insulation and putting it on the ground, and then another damp proof membrane apparently, and then we can basically get the floor down, which is kind of not the way I wanted to do it, but it's kind of the way I'm going to have to do it. So once that's down, we'll then need to protect the floor, because obviously we've still got all the trades in, plastering, electricians, me, plumbers need to come in. There is a lot to do here. So yes, that's kind of the plan. So enjoy the time lapse, the rest of it. And I'm going to say thanks for watching, subscribe and all that crap now, so that just in case this has to roll into another video or something, whatever, but we'll just, you get that message. Anyway, right, let's get on with it. Welcome, it's the morning after the night before, and we are obviously here back in the office, and the floor has dried with its first coat of a couple of smudgy wet stains, but we'll brush them in and all will be well. So we're going to go and get the second coat on, and then I think that'll do it. It looks pretty good, to be honest. So yeah, that's kind of the plan for today. Well, this morning, because once this is done I can't walk on it until it's dry. So yeah, quite happy really. We've got a couple of wet bits down there, but I think they'll be fine. Yeah, so quite happy really. It's been that was hard work last night, and this bit's not going to be any more fun. So we just need to start really. So that is once again all coated. And you're meant to be using a litre of this stuff per metre squared. So the theory is one tub should do the whole floor. Because obviously we're just about over 25 square. But I've still got half a tub, so I'm clearly not putting it on thick enough. So what I'm going to do is basically keep slapping it round until I've used the tin, and then that should be the right application. Can't see it being a problem drying in between each coat, and I don't think I even need it because of obviously damp membrane on the slab, and the block works liquid membrane on the outside plus the membrane up the outside. You know, I don't think I need it, but I also don't want to be storing a big fucking tin of black goo in my garage ready to fall over, or the kids to find, or anything like that. So yeah, so I think that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to probably do another coat, maybe 2 coats on this. It doesn't take long to dry, as you can see. The darker areas are now going black, so they obviously need it. But yeah, overall quite happy really. I was going to screed this floor, but it just didn't seem like, by the time I've insulated it, screeded it, it was just going to be quite high, and I wanted to keep the ceiling. Well, the ceiling has to be the height it is because of the the spans of the joists and the loading of the roof. So I didn't want a low ceiling, which is why I went for a dual pitch roof in the first place, because 3 metre height wasn't high enough by the time you've added a warm roof and whatnot. But anyway, whatever. Right, so I'll come back. I'm not going to time lapse the next bit. It's just I mean, how many times do you want to watch me paint the floor? That's the question. But yeah, so right, the next update will be me putting all the insulation around, taking it off the walls. I still think that's a genius idea of mine. That definitely is going down on the idea of the year. But yeah, so we'll see how we get on. Fingers crossed everything is well and life is good. We will do our best. I've got to get in here soon. I've got to get out of my lounge so I can get some work done. But anyway, right, thanks for watching. See you in a bit.